My people go to war. We bringing out that fire. People we adore. The preachers be some lies. We reading in the script. They reading in the script. You reading in the script.
You're listening to In the Scripts.
Elevating your mind to reach a good life. Knowing your purpose, having faith that it's worth it, and nobody turn you from it. It's a marathon, so run it up. Guard your life, protect your soul. And through the trials, you gon' be pure gold. It's levels to this thing, man. It's levels to it, levels to it. 100, 200, 300, 4. I never let the world hypnotize me no more, so I gotta move like a god, cause that's what God say. But how you move like a god, don't know what God say. I'm sorry, but you cannot be my teacher. It was written in the scriptures, only man can be a preacher. I had to accept the changes, had to refuse the views that fed my flesh, had to get new shoes. Now I'm walking in them, talking in them, newborn babe. Riches became his dung, that's the price I paid. Ain't gotta create the will, the blueprint's been laid. One day I'ma be a teacher, for now playing the bleachers. Wise man knows he knows nothing at all. Ex-lady was being shady, first came pride, then a fall. As the unbelievers depart, let unbelievers depart. Thank the Father for the mercy, it's a brand new start. It's levels to this truth, what it look like. Elevating your mind to reach a good life. Knowing your purpose, having faith that it's worth it, and nobody turn you from it. It's a marathon, so run it up. Guard your life, protect your soul. Enduring through the trials, you gon' be pure gold. It's levels to this thing, man. It's levels to it, levels to it. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4. I never let the world hypnotize me no more, so I gotta move like a soldier. I was told to move like I'm supposed to move from coast to coast. Right. 12 tribes, studied the wind worldwide, opened the eyes of guys walking in lives worldwide.
You're
to my surprise, wisdom gave me the laws to survive. I'm gonna abide in them, even hide in them. For the parables, learn these terrible, but a good God. Valley of death's not unbearable when your foot shot. Hold on, I learned to wear it from a wise leader. Love and rebuke, it come with growth, I don't despise either. Hot or cold, foe to be bold. Just study, pray, apply, get a rib and grow old. From the day that I was told, stone, silver, or gold. No way that they can play me, I'm a baby, dying daily, and it's levels to this truth, what it look like. Elevating your mind to reach a good life. Knowing your purpose, having faith that it's worth it, and nobody turn you from it. It's a marathon, so run it up. Guard your life, protect your soul. Enduring through the trials, you gon' be pure gold. Man, it's levels to it, levels to it, levels to it, levels to it, levels to it.
Hey, shalom,
You're
shalom,
listening
shalom.
to In the Scripts. Reloaded.
That's right, that's right. Hey, shalom, shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ bless. I'm Officer Yakub of IUIC Dallas, and you're tuned into In the Scripts.
Reloaded.
That's right. As y'all can hear, man, we rocking with a skeleton crew. Our brothers had some other things to do. What y'all got to understand, man, is we always doing work. So, Cap, hey, man, we miss you, but we'll see you next time, Lord willing. Officer Emmanuel, Lord willing.
That's right.
And we got our brother Ozai, man. He, Edom done trapped him up in a...
Damn.
Yeah, Edom done trapped him up, man. And hit him with the hours, man. So, but he should be back, though. Hey, so who I got to my right?
Officer Lavi.
And who I got to my right?
Officer Kashaw.
We got the professor over here, man. We got the professor. So we gonna rock it out tonight, man. It ain't no fear in us. It's like Gideon's army, man. He went from 20-something to 300, man. We gonna rock it out with the skeleton crew. Tonight's show is titled "The U.S. versus China," and there's an extra piece to that, right? Because most people don't understand. It's the U.S. versus China, a new ancient war. A new ancient war. And I know that sounds crazy, but we're going to look at some history between America and China from way back that most people don't know. Most people don't know. But you know what? Let's start off first with our thumbnail. Let's watch a movie, man. It's a movie. Let's let the movie play. And make sure the music is up, man. We want to hear that thing from the beginning.
All of the political divide in this country, things are so polarized in terms of opinions, and with the intense situations that continue to happen.
Pause.
You know, you might have threw him off with the
Daily basis.
ancient modern. You know, it might have threw him off a little bit.
That's last week's movie, brethren.
They said it was so good they want to see it again.
They want to see it again?
Hey,
let that one play and load up the other one, and then we'll play the other one behind it. How about that?
If you missed last week's show, hey, go back and watch it, like and share it. It was a great show.
That's right.
We got the short clip. We got the motion picture for you again.
That's right.
If you missed last week's show.
Started from the top. While y'all get the other one up. Started from the top.
They're amazing.
All of the political divide in this country, things are so polarized in terms of opinions, and with the intense situations that continue to happen practically on a daily basis, more and more people are really talking about the potential of civil war in this country.
A warehouse built in Surprise for storing and shipping now belongs to ICE. And some suspect it could soon be used to house illegal immigrants. This real estate deal just came together last week.
The purchase of this property shows that despite the legal blowback against ICE for their tactics, the Trump administration does not seem to be slowing down.
This is no typical real estate deal, both for its price tag and its buyer. The Department of Homeland Security and ICE are listed on county records as buying this warehouse in Surprise last week for $70 million. It sits near Cactus and Dysart. The 418,000 square foot building amounts to the size of 7 football fields. Last year, NBC News reported ICE was looking to convert existing warehouses around the country to detention facilities. ICE has not responded for comment. The city of Surprise says they have not communicated with the feds about the purchase. If and when this is retrofitted to house hundreds, potentially thousands of people is not known. Democratic State Senator Annalise Ortiz sees this as an ominous sign.
I proudly created the White House State Office and a brand new DOJ task force to eradicate anti-Christian bias. And there is anti-Christian. You don't hear about that very much, but there is anti-Christian bias. Head of a task force, brand new, to eradicate anti-Christian bias. About time, right? Anti-Christian bias. Yeah, you never heard of that one before, right? But it's about time, isn't it, though, really? So many times you hear, but you don't hear the anti-Christian bias.
Hey, Christ is pissed.
That's right.
He pissed waiting for his time to come back. Waiting for his time to come back. Hey, yeah, you want to give that shout out?
Yes, sir. Let's give a shout out to Samuel James 112. We appreciate you for your continuous support, as well as Andrew Jones 3741. The super chat, y'all on fire.
Yeah,
y'all on fire.
Big shout out. Big shout out. Big shout out. All right, so y'all saw that movie. So last week we went over the Great Reset, right? So now we're showing how we're sitting coming into the Great Reset.
Come on.
What's happening now? Let it play. Is that volume up? You know, we want to hear everything from the beginning.
And the proof is everywhere. The U.S. economy isn't weakening. It's collapsing from the inside out, and the proof is everywhere.
The dollar just crashed to a 4-year low, and President Trump's response?
No, dollar's doing great.
That's not denial, that's the plan. His comments fueled the dollar's deepest drop since his tariff rollout. Trump wants a weaker dollar, but why?
China's President Xi Jinping causing a financial earthquake, announcing his country is ready and willing to replace the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency. Yes, that just happened. Something China has never really admitted or said out loud before. Well, they just did.
No value. What do you mean the dollar's worthless now? I've got clients' investments on the line. What am I supposed to tell them?
The White House also reportedly in talks with China to further box in the Iranian regime. Yesterday, President Trump talked to Chinese President Xi Jinping by phone. China, of course, Iran's biggest trading partner. Trump did say last month he would impose a 25% tariff on any country doing business with Iran.
The U.S. economy isn't weakening.
Y'all don't understand what you're looking at. Pull up the regular thumbnail again. Pull up just the regular thumbnail for the show. Let's go back to that title. Let's run that title back so people understand.
The U.S. economy isn't weakening. It's collapsing from the inside out. And the proof is everywhere.
Just the regular thumbnail.
The dollar just crashed to a 4-year low, and President Trump's response?
No, dollar's doing great.
That's not denial, that's the plan. His comments fueled the dollar's deepest drop since his tariff rollout. Trump wants a weaker dollar, but why?
China's President Xi Jinping causing a financial earthquake, announcing his country is ready and willing to replace the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency. Yes, that just happened. Something China has never really admitted or said out loud before. Well, they just did.
All right. So the show tonight again is U.S. versus China.
No value. What do you mean the dollar's worthless now? I've got clients' investments on the line. What am I supposed to tell them?
The White House also reportedly in talks with China to further box in the Iranian regime. Yesterday, President Trump talked to Chinese President Xi Jinping by phone. China, of course, Iran's biggest trading partner. Trump did say last month he would impose a 25% tariff on any country doing business with Iran.
The U.S. versus China right now. U.S. versus China, a new ancient war for power.
I know you said you know they not. I would like to see them try though.
Yeah.
Give Esau hell.
Yeah, well, I mean, they got to. You know what I mean? According to the prophecies, and we know, our people don't be reading like that, man. But according to the prophecies, yeah, they gonna give them hell. Give them hell. All of them going to hell.
That's right.
That's right. Shout out to Big Judd. All of them going to hell. All right. So let's start off. The first video that we have, we got to deal with your boy, the Trumpster.
Come on.
We got to deal with your boy, the Trumpster. So let's start off with the first video. This first video is just to show you how much China has been in this guy's mouth.
Come on.
Pause. All right. We got it up. All right, let's let that play.
Come on.
China, 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 China now, China, China. You know, China comes from China. China, 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 China. I have to have my China. China, China, because China, 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 China. China! China!
Wow. So everything Trump is saying, if you've watched him, especially when he ran for his campaign, once he's been elected, you know, now, since he's been elected, all of his words haven't been China, not like it was from his first term and like it was when he was campaigning, because suddenly he went to, you know, what Hamas was doing and what Iran is doing and so forth, you know. But China has always been in his scope, and with good reason.
Come on.
With good reason. Inside of that number one, let's go to the video. I forgot the guy's name, but it's he's a delegate. He's like a high, Hold on, don't start it yet, dog. Don't start it yet. Don't start it. But he's a high-ranking official for the Chinese government. I would say he's like Speaker of the House would be for America, right?
I think it's Xi Jinping.
Well, no, this is his male secretary.
Okay.
Yeah, Xi Jinping is he's the one that they call Winnie the Pooh.
Okay. Come on. I completely made up that Xi Jinping thing.
That's his name, though. Yeah, you said it right. Xi Jinping. That's his name. Yeah. Ping pong ching ching. That's his name. But, you know, they banned Winnie the Pooh in China. In China, you cannot use the phrase or wear anything with Winnie the Pooh on it.
What was the reason behind that?
Because in Trump's first term, there was a picture of him and Xi Jinping or Xi Jinping or whatever his name is. And the people online were joking, saying that he looked like Winnie the Pooh. So China has now banned that term and anything pertaining to Winnie the Pooh because they say it's disrespectful. So you can go to jail in China for saying Winnie the Pooh in the wrong circle.
Or wearing something with
Winnie the Pooh on it.
Wow.
You know, I show up over there with a Winnie the Pooh t-shirt just because y'all mocked us. Y'all mocked us, so I'm mocking you.
Going straight to prison.
Man, straight to prison, bro. Over a t-shirt, bro. All right, so make sure this is at the beginning and let it play. Let's see what China is saying to Trump.
Already clarified our positions on Greenland multiple times. The international law based on the purposes and principles of the UN Charter is the foundation of the existing international order. It must be safeguarded. We urge the US side to stop using the so-called China threat to use as a pretext to gain selfish gains.
So they're saying that America, that Trump himself, uses this narrative about China in order to do things within China. So what he's explaining is like what we see, right? With Venezuela, we saw what they said about Maduro. They put some negative stuff out there about him. They build it up for a while. They turn the public view against him. Then, bam, they go in and they act on it. So he's warning, hey, you got to stop doing that because we know what you're doing and we're not slipping right now.
Same thing. He called it negative, and to do that, and he was trying to get negative gain.
Yes.
Same thing previous presidents would have done with like weapons of mass destruction,
right?
And stuff like that.
Exact same thing. Actually, we found out. I didn't pull anything for it, but there's actually y'all heard the phrase open trade. Open trade was coined because of China. Open door policy. I'm sorry. The phrase open door policy was because of something that America did to China. That allowed China to basically be raped by all the other nations for slave labor. So and we say slave labor. Don't get it twisted. China was never slaves to America. All nations are just subject, but China eats fat off of America like the other nations have. So don't try to take my speech and twist it. All right? So now let's go to the next. It's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper. Let's read this and let's see what's being said, because the president said last week or week before last that we must not allow the law of the jungle to return, which is a crazy phrase. Bring that out.
Yeah, zoom in for our viewers at home, man. Everybody got 20/20 vision, man. We got some viewers with astigmatism, man. Zoom in for those brothers and sisters. We love y'all at home, man. All praise our audience. There we go. China has warned that the law of the jungle must not apply in Iran amid the current wave of anti-government protests. Foreign Minister Wang Yi spoke to his Iranian counterpart, Abbas Araghchi, by phone on Thursday, telling him that Beijing was willing to play a constructive role in resolving differences through dialogue.
So China has warned that the law of the jungle must not apply in Iran. So they're telling you that Edom is beast. Right. They saying that, look, we can't make those moves. Don't pull that law of the jungle stuff with them over there in Iran. And it goes back to something from them. And we're going to look at that later.
That's super ironic, too, because Trump just posted that picture where it was all animals.
Yes.
Right. Well, he said Obama and Michelle was
the apes
and monkeys.
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Some observers have described the recent protests in Iran as the largest since the 1979 Islamic Revolution, with an estimated death toll ranging from 2,000 to 12,000.
So these are things that they're putting together. So they describe recent protests, right? But they know that it's all a farce. That is America creating this perceived unrest. They understand. So that's why they said, hey, look, we're not doing that law of the jungle stuff. Right? Go ahead.
Araghchi told Wang the demonstrations had been incited by external forces, according to the Chinese Foreign Ministry, but said the situation had now stabilized and that Tehran has prepared countermeasures against foreign interference. The door to dialogue remains open, he added, and said he hoped China would play a greater role in maintaining regional peace. Wang expressed confidence in the Iranian government's ability to overcome its difficulties and maintain national stability. The statement from Beijing added, Wang said, China opposes the use or threat of force in international relations, opposes imposing one's will on other countries, and opposes any regression of the world to the law of the jungle.
You see that? So opposing your will on other countries, other sovereign people that have their own land, their own language, their own currencies, own laws. When you come in and just try to bully them, they calling that the law of the jungle. Meaning y'all acting like animals and we not doing this animalistic stuff that y'all used to doing.
Right.
So China is calling him an animal. These are the beasts. All right. Here, I'm going to send something real quick. Let's go ahead and go to number 2. But I want to show y'all this law of the jungle, what it's going into. Because I had to ask last night. I had to ask, like, hey, is this law of the jungle, does it have something to do with this thing from the past, this history from the past in the 1800s? And it's like, yeah, actually, it has everything to do with it. Y'all see what I just sent you? All right. If y'all can see what I just sent you, let me know when you got it. All right, y'all got it? All right, cool. Let's pull that up. I'm going to send you one more while we're reading this one, all right? All right, go ahead. Let's read that. What are they saying when they're saying law of the jungle?
What law of the jungle means in China's foreign policy context. When Chinese leaders and diplomats use the phrase law of the jungle, they are criticizing a world where might makes right.
So
might makes right,
meaning you're using power. Wow. You're gaining everything through war and disorder. That's law of the jungle when China is speaking about it. Go ahead.
That is, where powerful countries dominate weaker ones through force, coercion, or unilateral action instead of using international law, cooperation, and multilateral institutions.
So who else would be included in the law of the jungle right now? Israel. Because they're using America as their attack dog on all the other nations. Go ahead.
From China's official statements, they say the world must not return to the law of the jungle.
Notice it said they must not return. Why?
Right.
How long were we under the law of the jungle? How long have we been under the law of the jungle? Bring it out. Come on, y'all.
1400s.
Since the 1400s.
Yeah.
Right.
And according to them, or at least according to Trump and them, since the Monroe Doctrine, the Don Road Doctrine,
Right,
wherever
right.
they said, hey, y'all can no longer come over here. We've conquered this part of the jungle over here. Y'all stay on that side.
Right. But we see, though, that there's a new restructuring. That's why last week we did the show, The Great Reset. There's a new restructuring where they're now trying to recolonize places, and places that were colonized by, their buddies. They're like, okay, you could take. Now they're trying to go in and take from them and take it all. So that's why them and Denmark are having that problem when it comes to Greenland.
Right.
They're trying to recolonize everything and restructure everything. So we've been under this law of the jungle since the 1400s, since the dumb diverses and the Spanish Inquisitions. All right, go ahead.
They say the world must not return to the law of the jungle, where the strong prey on the weak,
Like the eagle.
and powerful countries impose their will on others.
Uh-huh.
China frames this as rejecting power politics and unilateral action in favor of respect for sovereignty, international law, and multilateral dialogue.
All right, pull that second one. What does the second one say? It's basically saying the same thing, but we're going to read it anyway because it touches a couple other points. Go ahead.
What China's use of the phrase typically implies. When China invokes law of the jungle in diplomatic rhetoric, it usually means, 1, opposing unilateral action by powerful states, use or threat of force, sanctions.
So law of the jungle is because Donald Trump wants to do everything in sanction. But what we don't know is that Obama did it. Biden did it. Biden actually went to 100% tariff on Chinese EV vehicles when he was in office, so that China could not sell
Don't come over here.
a vehicle at all in America because China is crushing it right now. Go ahead.
Outside established international norms. Number 2, promoting multilateralism and dialogue under institutions like the United Nations.
So now they're showing that the United Nations is part of the law of the jungle.
Number 3, emphasizing sovereignty and equality of all nations in international relations.
But NATO and them, and the EU, they try to play like they still friendly with everybody. But if America goes in with a can opener and cracks open the bowl of beans, the can of beans, they gonna have a bowl handed out. You know what I mean? They like, hey, bro, go break me out some of them beans. So they going with it, but they play. It's like good cop, bad cop with them. Read the bottom.
In summary, it's a metaphor criticizing power-driven international behavior and contrasting that with rules-based diplomacy and cooperation.
So they're showing you that America is not a diplomacy, that there is no cooperation except for between the nations of Edom. If you're not an Edomite, then there's no true cooperation. There's enough for us to come in and be able to get resources from you and money from you and eventually come back to overpower you. That's what that's looking like. All right. So now let's go to number 2. And let's go to the video first, y'all. Let's go to the video first. Let's go to the video first. Okay, go to number 3. Oh, yeah, no. Number 2 is down there. Number 2 is down, is below number 7. Yeah. Yep. So now let's touch on the law. And make sure when we go back to that number 3 that you have the video first, all right? All right. So now, here's some history behind law of the jungle and the issue of America versus China. Why is it an ancient new ancient war? All right. Let's where are we reading this from? Go take it to the top so we can see exactly where it's coming from.
Office of the Historian.
Office of the Historian. You see, it's the Department of State, United States of America. All right. So this is American history. This is actual, factual American history. It's not fake news. All right. So let's read that.
The opening to China, part 1.
So the opening. Why? Because China was a third world country, right? America went in and dealt with it. It was always its own power. They were always sovereign or whatnot. And they had times when they, went to war with the Khans that they lost. That's, Genghis Khan and them. But they had their own wars. They've always had an army, and they fought for themselves. But America, the great Shaitan, has been able to go in and overpower them. And this happened 1839 to 1844. Yes, stuff we don't even realize. All right, read that.
The first Opium War. The United States.
The first what?
Opium War.
So what did America put into China to destabilize them? Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. The first Opium War. And y'all can go look it up. The reason we bring this stuff out for y'all is for y'all to go and research these things so that you get a greater understanding of history. Why are we in the places that we're in? Why do these people have the power that they have? What's happening around the world? And how it all comes back on us. Go ahead. The first Opium War.
The United States and the Treaty of Wanzhai, 1839 to 1844.
Yep.
The Treaty of Wanzhai was the first formal treaty signed between the United States and China in 1844. It served as an American counterpart to the Anglo-Chinese Treaty of Ningzhung that ended the first Opium War in 1842.
So now, and the war that ended in 1842, which they called the Anglo versus China, or what does it say? The Anglo-Chinese, that ended up in the Anglo-Chinese Treaty, is because there was a war called the Anglo-Chinese War. Hey. Well, who do you think that Anglo-Chinese War was between? It was between NATO and China. Well, before they were NATO. But it was before, it was with those, it was England and France fought against China to try to get in. They could not make their way in like they wanted to, so then America backdoored them. And America had the way to weaken them. All right, go ahead, read that. The signing of the treaty.
The signing of the Treaty of Nanjing in 1842. The Opium War and these treaties were emblematic of an era in which Western powers tried to gain unfettered access to Chinese products and markets for European and U.S. trade.
Now, how you gonna try to come to my house to gain?
See, I want to set up shop here.
Right. So that's why he's saying War of the Jungle. They've been doing this since the 19th and the 18th century, bro. They've been doing this to them. So they were trying to go in, but like I say, the Europeans couldn't get in there. America with they bad ass, evil as Shaitan went in, and Shaitan was able to make it happen.
It's super hypocritical too, because they went through they quote unquote War of Independence. They set up the Bill of Rights and their amendments. You can't come and just take my property.
Right.
You no soldiers can just come into my house.
Right.
All the stuff that Great Britain did to us that we fought against.
Yes.
You can't do none of that. Then they turn around and they do that same thing to all these other nations.
Yes.
Hypocritical.
Right. And that's less than 100 years later.
Right.
Because remember, 1776 was American
independence.
So this ain't even 100 years later, bro, that they doing it to somebody else. What you got, though?
No, you hit it right on the head with that one.
Okay. Western traders?
Western traders, including those from the United States, had long sought a variety of Chinese products, including furniture, silk, and tea, but found there were few products that China wanted from the West.
Just like today. They don't want nothing from us over there. Go ahead.
American trade with China began as early as 1784. Relying on North American exports such as furs, sandalwood, and ginseng. But American interest in Chinese products soon outstripped the Chinese appetite for these American exports. The British had already discovered a great market in southern China for smuggled opium, and American traders soon also turned to opium to supplement their exports to China. Beyond the health problems related to opium addiction, the increasing opium trade with the Western powers meant that for the first time, China imported more goods than it exported.
So what does that cause? What do you think is happening now?
They've got some leverage now when it comes to economy. If they've got more exports, they've got more of a foothold and influence now in what y'all got going on over here in the West.
Yes, because what are we seeing right now between China and the U.S.?
Just tariff, quote-unquote tariff wars and stuff like that.
But the tariffs are there because of trade.
Right.
China just signed with Canada. They just did a new deal with the EU or the UK. China is dealing with. They've always been dealing with Russia and India. But China is making trade deals all around America. Well, what does that do?
They want that economic superpower position.
Yes.
They want to be number one.
Yes.
And a lot of the things that's made, even like down to the clothes and everything, it's made in China.
Yes. Or all of their territory, like Taiwan. What's some of the other places? Vietnam. Korea. You know what I mean? All of those places that China has a stronghold over. Those are your Walmarts of the world. Go ahead.
Setting this financial problem eventually led to the first Opium War between Great Britain and China. From 1839 to 1842, after defeating the Chinese in a series of naval conflicts, the British were in a position to make a large number of demands from the weaker Qing government of China. In the Anglo-Chinese Treaty of Nanjing, not to be outdone, U.S. negotiators sought to conclude a similar treaty with the Chinese. To guarantee the United States many of the favorable terms awarded the British, the Chinese readily agreed in an effort to keep all foreigners on the same footing.
So it's the exact same thing, because now China is about to go and sit down with Trump so that they can come up with a new deal. So that they can come up, because Trump, while he was in office the first time, he had a 25% tariff on them. But then Joe Biden came behind him, like I said, and he did the 100% tariff on the cars. And that was all because they see what is coming. All right, so now let's go to number 3. Let's go to number 3 now. Bring it out. Or actually, I'm sorry. Let's go to the second number 2.
Come on.
Let's go to the second number 2. Hold on, let me see. Yep. Let's go to the second number 2. All right. So now we're going back to that understanding of the law of the jungle for some additional information. Let's read that.
Yes, Chinese officials frequently evoke the law of the jungle in modern diplomacy as a direct critique of current U.S. actions, explicitly linking them to the historical injustices and foreign interference experienced during the 19th century of humiliation.
So why is China playing ball the way they playing?
Because the U.S. they've been trying to infiltrate them basically since the 1800s to 1900s.
Yes. All right, we all grown men, right? That one word, they said they had 100 years of humiliation at the hands of America. We ain't taking it no more.
Right.
You understand? So as a man, they standing up saying, bro, you've been punking us for 100 years. You humiliated us for 100 years. We're not doing it. So all of this time from back then up until now, they've been working to gain the stronghold back over America, bro. All of this is about an old fight from back then that we ain't got nothing to do with.
Come on.
But who's the ones that's going to suffer for it?
Israelites.
Come on.
What you laughing for, bro?
No, I'm waiting.
What say it? What?
I mean, shit, the Israelites, the so-called blacks and Hispanics, we gonna be the ones to suffer from it.
Right,
because
right.
We the ones that's working these jobs. We the ones that's buying these items or whatever you call it.
Right.
And we're gonna be the ones that suffer from it.
Yeah. Now it's gonna touch us, but Americans, period, and the whole world is gonna feel it, because America right now is threatening sanctions on everybody.
On top of that, a lot of us fighting a military.
A lot of us fighting their military.
They're gonna be sending us over there.
Yes.
And so forth, getting bombed, getting killed left and right.
Did y'all see that video of old boy from the Congo? He was in Ukraine. Remember, they sent some African fighters over there to help Russia fight on the borders.
Right.
And they was over there beating the crap out that dude, man, treating him bad as hell, man. This is what they do to us.
I don't know if it's the same one, but they had one where the brother had a bomb strapped to his chest.
That's what it was. He had a bomb strapped to his chest.
Yep.
Yeah, they strapped a bomb to him. All right, finish that up. China uses
this term to portray the United States as acting like a 19th century imperial power, operating on might makes right principles that undermine sovereignty and international law, similar to how Western powers, including the U.S., coerced China in the 1800s.
So they showing it's going all the way back to the 1800s. The next page. Here is how the law of the jungle's statement.
When you coerce somebody, you bullying people.
Right.
You making them say and do what they wouldn't necessarily do.
Yes.
On their own terms.
Yes. And they tired of bowing down at this point.
Right. That's another word for humiliation. They tired of this. They're like, man, hey, no, we ain't taking this no more.
Yep. So that's why now you see America is making these threats against Iran. Well, China, you're not Iran. What are you going to Iran? China's not necessarily doing it because of Iran. China just want the smoke.
Right.
China just want the smoke at this point.
Right.
All right, go ahead, read that.
Century of humiliation. Context. The 19th century is viewed in China as a time where foreign powers, including the U.S., through the open door policy, use unequal treaties to dominate Chinese trade, take over territory, and force it into an impoverished agrarian economy.
So that's why they was a third world country. That's why in the 70s, when you went in and Trump and them talk about how great they made China and we did this, remember when they pulled everything out last year and said, hey, look, man, bump your patents, bro. We'll sell the stuff ourselves. Since y'all want to act like that, all of these bags, hey, America, we the ones that make all of these bags. That Gucci bag, yeah, that ain't really a Gucci bag. That's a Chinese bag. I tell you what, you've been buying it from them for $400. I give it to you for $75.
Right.
Just buy it straight from me. And they made a deal because they like, look, they gonna put like $100 tariff on it, you know what I mean? But still, you're gonna get the purse for $175. You got a Gucci bag without Gucci name on it, bro.
And these Moabites, it says right here, they understand that they went through a century of humiliation where Esau has the foreign policies to push you to where you just a nation of farmers, poor farmers. So they understand fully what's going on this side of the world with all of Northern Kingdom tribes.
Yes.
The fact that they don't speak up about it, going back to Psalms 80, they understand. They understand what's going on.
Yeah, bring it
Go
up.
back to see it. Get that.
Bring it out.
All these nations, they'll fight, they'll joust for the power, but at the end of the day, they are on one accord with understanding who needs to stay at the bottom.
Right.
Because nobody is getting to the bottom. Just to show that these nations are in cahoots with one another. They're going to fight on the world stage, but behind closed doors, like you said, the Chinese president or dictator basically going to come over here.
Yep.
We just saw another president just come over here. A prime minister just came over here not too long ago in a video.
Yeah.
Read that, Psalms 83.
Psalm chapter 83 and verse 2. Below, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Keep reading.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Listen, these nations, they don't just, hey, we're going to have a meeting next week and, we're going to try to see if we can go through. They have been making these councils, meetings, plans for centuries.
Yes.
For centuries. And they keep them intact through their policies. Keep reading.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against the Israelites, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that are calling yourselves those names, Gentile-like names. Read.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
They don't care about us being known as the true Israelites as long as they're able to profit off of our resources, our oppression, and they can have number 1, 2, 3, 4 spot, and we at the bottom, they're okay with it. They're gonna make it seem like the greatest thing or the worst thing that's happening right now is some between U.S. and China, some between Ukraine and Russia. They're not gonna talk about what's going on over here and in this side of earth and us getting robbed by Trump.
Right. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
If they don't agree on anything, on the policies, on the treaties that we going over the humiliation, it's one thing that they can say, okay, we're going to push this to the side right now. We got to deal with these Israelites.
Right.
They are confederate against us. Read.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The white man, so-called white man, Esau, Edom. Read.
And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab.
Who?
Moab.
The Chinese. It lists the white man, Ishmael, so-called Arabs, and then Moab, the Chinese. These three nations are the first three that God lists off. They got a confederacy against us. So although they'll be fighting on the main stage, they are against you, black man. They are against you, Hispanic man. They are against you, Native American man.
100%, 1,000%. 1,000%. All right, let's read this modern analogy.
Modern analogy. Chinese officials use the law of the jungle to describe U.S. tariffs, sanctions, technology restrictions.
Wait, technology restrictions. Huh. So the whole part of the problem that China and American are having, or the American government is having, is because there are technology sanctions. Why? Because America wants to be the first one to do all of that, and China been on their behind.
They want the money to go into an Edomite's pockets and not a Moabite's.
Yes.
I saw a video of a dude. You know, they got these YouTubers and Twitch streamers, or live streamers. They go into these different countries, similar to like I Show Speed or brothers like that. It was an Edomite, went over to China, and they have electronic or bioelectronic legs.
Oh yeah,
to where you can put on the legs and they walk or run for you. So some stuff that we are seeing like a movie, we think it's sci-fi. Dude might put on some literally mechanical legs and had an app on his phone and started running with him. And he was like, I don't even feel like I'm running. It's just like moving on its own.
Right.
So stuff like that, whenever Edomites from America go over to China, they like, yo, we living in the Stone Age over there in America. What's going on? We seeing it right now. This is what's going on. They don't want China. They don't want China to surpass them in where the dollars are ending up.
Yep.
They don't want China to be the superpower. They don't want China to be the big brother.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep them as the little brother so they can son them.
Right. Right. And remember, the scriptures talk about, the scripture talks about Asia trying to raise up because they want to be like America and they're going to be destroyed for it. That's why we say that they not going to rise up. They're going to put in this fight, and it's fun to watch. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Finish that out. Sanctions, technologies. Technology restrictions.
Sanctions, technology restrictions, and in particular, its actions regarding Taiwan and the South China Sea, analogizing them to the forced concessions and loss of autonomy during the 1800s.
So that's going back to that first and second opium war that happened with America. So China ain't forgot. They ain't let it go. All right. So now let's go to number 3. Let's see how China. No, let's start with the video, brothers. I asked that in particular. Huh? All right. So let's go to number 3. Let's start with the video. I appreciate you, but yeah, let's rock with number 3.
China.
So let's see, how is China stirring the waters and creating fear across the globe, all the way on this side of the water with America? Let that video play again. Yep. So pause real quick. What you're seeing here, if y'all see, this is all water. These are all solar panels. These are wind and solar farms that China is creating. And China is putting up 5 of these plants per week right now. 5 of these per week. Well, we all know what the wind and solar panels are for. It's for energy. Because one of the other big fights that has been on the forefront of America all of this time has been the war for energy. Right? The
energy sources.
Energy sources. Right. All right, so let's go to the article that's right behind that.
You know what's fun? It's bringing me back to one of the videos we looked at a few weeks back with Trump, and he was saying that sometimes you need a dictator.
Yeah.
He's saying stuff like this because in China, they ruler, they dictator, basically whatever he say is gonna go.
Yes.
So he doesn't have to go speak to Congress or the House of Representatives to say, hey, we finna throw up all this energy source. He just sees it that it needs to get done because he understands what these other nations, primarily U.S. and Israel, are doing in order to try to basically sun them. Yeah. So he's like, hey, I ain't got to talk to nobody. We need the energy. We're not going to depend on them because they humiliated us in the past, and we're not going to depend on them. Trump, he's over here envying them because he's like, man, it's some stuff I want to do. I just want to just do because he understands it needs to get done.
Yes. Yeah.
But he got to go through he got to go through the proper channels, and we see he ain't trying to do that.
Yep. Right. Yep, absolutely. So these are wind and solar farms that you're seeing in China. Let it play so you can see how vast it is, man. It's a lot. But they putting up 5 of these.
What if China actually...
Imagine y'all on the East Coast or the West Coast. Y'all wake up, it's 5,000 degrees outside.
Right. Go ahead. Yeah, it's like 3 seconds or something. Just let it play. Look at how big this is. They're putting up 5 of those per week.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's so many of them, it don't even look real.
Right, right.
Esau would never. They'd be like, that's where I fish at, man. We need to talk to the governor or something. Talk to the governor.
Right.
What are you doing over here?
Yeah. So let's read. Let's go to the. We got some highlighted sections about this. Why is China doing this? Why are they putting up 5 of these per week? And we're building up to something, y'all. We building all of this up. All right. We're building all of this up to show what America's fear of China is right now. Inside of that number 3, there was the video and 2 articles. They were highlighted.
It says key reasons for China's renewable expansion.
All right, so let's read this. Let's see, why would they feel the need to put up 5 of those? Now remember, it's because of the hatred that they have against America. So everything is about America getting back at them. I mean, about them getting back at America from how they humiliated them over the last 100 years. Right? So let's read this.
Key reasons for China's renewable expansion.
Renewable. Now, that renewable goes into renewable energy. If you have not been under a rock for the last 10 years, that's all they've been discussing. Renewable energy. Go ahead.
Climate goals and environmentalism. The nation is pushing to reduce reliance on fossil fuels, aiming for a 7 to 10% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions by expanding clean energy. This is, according to a video from France 24 English, crucial for environmental protection.
So they want to protect their environment, so they're doing things that's going to protect their environment. If you have a healthy environment, you have healthy citizens, you have a healthy, strong country.
High birth rate.
High birth rate. Because remember, for a long time, they would only allow families to have 1 child.
Yep.
So now they're looking way ahead. So America, the eagle, is pissed because it's starting to look like China has vision down the road that they don't have. Right? Go back up. Go back up, because there was something in that just real quick. So they're pushing to reduce their reliance on fossil fuels, gas, oil, things that are coming from the ground. So this is why they're putting up 5 of these farms per week for renewable energy without having to continually rely on stuff like coal and oil and gases.
And they see through Trump robbing these other nations whom they had deals and contracts with. Yeah, we can't depend on anything that's coming from that side of the world.
Yep.
Let's just build it ourselves.
As it gets bigger, y'all gonna see China playing chess right now. And here's the thing. None of it is China. All of it is of the Lord. Right? All of it is of the Lord. All right, keep reading.
Energy security and independence.
So they want energy security and independence. They don't want to have to rely on nobody. Why? Because right now, when you see a narcissist president going into other countries and seizing oil rigs out in the middle of different oceans, well, then if you're relying on oil and coal to run your country, guess what?
Right.
If he stops oil and coal from coming in your country, you hurt. There's nothing you can do.
You might not get reelected or assassinated even.
Right. Go ahead.
According to this article on Singularity Hub, building domestic renewables help reduce the dependence on imported fossil fuels. Soaring power demand.
So they have a soaring power demand. Have y'all seen their cities?
Oh, man.
With all of them lights and stuff, bro? Yeah. Go ahead.
As this article on Euronews.com explains in another article from the IEA, a growing middle class expanding industries and AI-related energy needs require massive.
Yeah, so AI-related energy needs require a massive
new power generation, which renewables now help supply alongside coal backup.
So now they're looking at the fossil fuels, coal, oil, things like that as being a backup.
It's not the plan A. It's not this plan B or C.
Right. So now let's pay attention. China is playing for something that is down the line. way down the line, right? What is America still fighting for? What is America taking right now?
They taking oil.
They taking fossil fuels. So China's like, bro, y'all old school right now. This is why China all of a sudden has a set of cojones big as New York City. Because they like, bro, while you did all of that, still looking for all the old stuff, bro, we on this new, we off that, bro. We on this now.
Right. They said you're going to run out eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, read that.
Technological leadership.
Yep.
China is the world's leading manufacturer of solar panels and turbines.
Wait a minute. What is America pushing currently? What sectors are we seeing brothers look for jobs in currently all across the globe, all across the U.S.? Solar panels. But who's the one controlling the highest levels of manufacturing for panels that you can buy?
China.
China done made a Cold War move in the background that America didn't see coming.
Yeah.
China done made a hell of a move. So China is the world's leading manufacturer of solar panels and turbines. Go ahead.
Allowing it to lower costs and dominate the global renewable market.
They undercutting Esau.
Yes.
Esau, it's like, you know, growing up, if you was in the streets a little bit, you had the good, right?
Yeah.
And you sold it for a cheaper price. You get more customers. You
Everybody
get more,
know.
you know what I mean? You make more sales.
Yes.
Same thing happening right here.
Same
with
thing
China.
here. And here's the big thing. China is the cook.
Yeah.
So
They cooking.
they cooking it up. Ain't nobody else rocking up. China said, I got that lock. I lock it up.
China over there, y'all dumbass Americans, y'all don't know how to make nothing like this.
Yeah, right. So not only are they lowering the prices, bro, they the only ones that know how to make it. They like, bro, look. Yeah. What you need? Yeah, that's gonna be
China the plug.
yeah, China the plug right now, bro.
Real.
Yeah, China is the plug. All right.
He's so prideful. They went to rob the whole nother country. Said we ain't dealing with the Chinese like that.
Because they really think that they that great, bro. That's how prideful America is. All right. So now let's go to number 4. Let's go to number 4. Let's go to number 4. So I pray y'all are following along. Y'all are seeing what's happening, because this is why America is mad. So this is the China versus USA 2020 military comparison. This is going into military, right? Go ahead.
The United States vastly outclasses China's military spending by over $500 billion. However, China has over 1 million more active service members than the U.S. The U.S., however, has over 2,000 more planes, making for a superior air force. However, China is building and buying planes faster than the U.S., so they might close the gap in the near future. That being said, the U.S. has superior avionics technologies on a plane-by-plane basis. The U.S. is also dominant at sea, with 9 more aircraft carriers than China and an extremely powerful navy of warships. The U.S. also currently has ground superiority, with a large number of more modern tanks. If a war broke out today and things didn't go nuclear, it's likely that the United States would win.
So America is still counting on the fact that they have a stronger military than China. Now, biblically, again, let's read it, because I said it already. We'll go to break here in just a little bit, but let's look at it. Second Esdras. Chapter 15 and verse 46. Yeah. Yep.
The book of Second Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 46.
So this is why we keep saying that it's not going to work. What China doing right now is they stirring the pot to bring some other stuff forward, but it's not. China's not going to become the next superpower. Don't listen to these people talking. Listen to the Bible. Go ahead.
And thou, Asia,
speaking about China, go ahead.
That art partaker of the hope of Babylon.
So China is the partaker of the hope of Babylon, meaning they want to be the great world power. Right now they're pushing to de-dollarize, or however you say it, de-dollarization or something.
Right.
But they're trying to do away with the American dollar for the Chinese yuan. And they're in a position to do it. We're going to see it in the rest of the show. They're in a position to do it, and America is scared as hell about it. Go ahead.
And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon.
Of the hope of Babylon, meaning to get rich through trade. Go ahead.
And art the glory of her person.
Art the glory of her person. Come on.
Woe be unto thee, thou wretch.
So you see that? God said destruction to you, Asia. Destruction to you, China, because you are a wretched people. And we're going to explain why they wretched. Keep going.
Because thou hast made thyself like unto her.
Because you keep trying to make yourself like America. You're seeking power and you're speaking villainy just like America.
Come on.
Because you're saying that what you're doing is for the sake of justice when you've done no justice towards the children of God. Right. You've done no justice. Chinese people hate us, bro.
Right. Absolutely.
Remember when COVID happened? And you had all of our people from Nigeria and Congo and those places. They were going to college over there. They were going over there to be English teachers to teach the Chinese children. Well, it turns out there's articles that speak about the Africans that went over there were only hired when they couldn't find a white person to teach. Damn. China, even in their application or their publications advertising to bring teachers in, said in the publication, and hey, look that up, BT. They were looking for teachers with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Wow.
So when the Africans would show up over there willing to teach, they would let them in until they found somebody blonde hair and blue eyes to replace them to teach their children. China hates our guts. When the whole thing happened with COVID, they blamed it on the blacks that was in the country. And they kicked them all out of their houses. They would not offer them hospital support. They would not give them rations and portions to be able to take care of themselves. They had a certain number of days. And if they couldn't get out the country by then, they basically had to hide out daily or they were going to be taken to jail.
Wow. All the meanwhile, Trump is saying China is the reason. The China virus is the reason for COVID.
All right, did y'all find an article on it?
Come on.
But you want somebody that look like him to teach your children. You crazy.
Wait, what does that one say, the beautiful? All right, what did you type? Let me see what you typed in. What did you type in? I can't see that from here, bro. You know I'm old.
China looking blonde teachers.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
And for you brothers at home that's got a Chinese fetish, man, get away from these Chinese women.
Just go to number 5. I'll find it during the break.
You know his brothers at home that got Chinese women, man. You in the midst of seeing. Her and her people hate you too, brother.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Just go to number 5 real quick. And we'll play this, then we'll go to break. I'll look for it during the break, all right? Because y'all got to see that. Y'all got to see that. So America believes that their power, in their pride, America believes that their power is going to be so great. So China is going to be destroyed, and God talks about it in 2 Esdras 15. We just read to verse number
47.
Yeah, we read 46, 47. So it's going to be destroyed. We'll come back to it. Play this video real quick, and let's see what China has up their sleeve to defend themselves against America.
What if China actually launched a nuclear strike on America? The missile would likely be the Dongfeng 41. Fast, powerful, and nearly impossible to stop. The moment it's fired, US radars would lock on, and America's missile defenses would launch to destroy it in the sky. But here's the scary part. This missile doesn't just carry one bomb. It can release up to 10 nuclear warheads at the same time. Even if some are destroyed, the rest could still hit major US cities within minutes. What if China actually...
Said we strapped up over here.
Go ahead.
I said China said we strapped up over here, man. We ain't y'all ain't humiliating us no more. Don't try to son us. They said y'all got weapons, we got weapons. What's up?
That's exactly what it is. They're tired of being little bro. They tired of being sunned by America, right? So with these nuclear missiles, they're trying to show that they can do it too, right? And they just trying to show their palm, just like how the scriptures is going into.
Bring it out.
But destruction unto you because you're trying to be like Babylon.
Yep. All right, so look, let's go to break real quick. Let's go to break. We'll come back in a few minutes, and we'll deal with, because I got to pull up that thing on the teachers to show y'all China hates us, bro. So don't get it twisted. Y'all are tuned in to In the Scripts.
Reloaded.
That's right. We'll be right back.
Reloaded.
Excited to announce the brand new IUIC Shifra and Pua Maternal Support Specialist Doula Program. Doulas are changing the future of maternal health, and we need more sisters trained, prepared, and ready to make an impact.
Families need trusted support during pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. Yet access to skilled and competent doulas in the body remains limited. Doulas play a critical role in improving birth experiences, strengthening family confidence, and advocating for care.
This comprehensive training equips sisters with the education and hands-on skills needed to support families. If you feel called to the rewarding field of birth work, this is your step. The need is urgent, the work is meaningful, and the impact lasts a lifetime.
Email doulas@israelunite.org for more information regarding registration. Shalom family, we are excited to announce the brand new IUIC Shifra and Pua Maternal Support Specialist Doula program. Doulas are changing the future of maternal health, and we need more sisters trained, prepared, and ready to make an impact.
Families need trusted support during pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. Yet access to skilled and competent doulas in the body remains limited. Doulas play a critical role in improving birth experiences, strengthening family confidence, and advocating for care.
This comprehensive training equips sisters with the education and hands-on skills needed to support families. If you feel called to the rewarding field of birth work, this is your step. The need is urgent, the work is meaningful, and the impact lasts a lifetime.
Email doulas@israelunite.org for more information regarding registration.
The U.S. economy isn't weakening. It's collapsing from the inside out. And the proof is everywhere.
All right, but quick break. Quick break. Again,
the dollar just crashed to a 4-year low, and President Trump's response?
Dollar's doing great.
That's not denial, that's the plan. His comments fueled the dollar's deepest drop since his tariff rollout. Trump wants a weaker dollar, but why?
China's President Xi Jinping causing a financial earthquake, announcing his country is ready and willing to replace the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency. Yes, that just happened. Something China has never really admitted or said out loud.
We found the stuff on how China was acting with us, and we're gonna show some ancient history too. But let's pull up that first one on how China was acting with us. Did you you sent that piece about the whiteness? BT? Yeah. All right, pull it up. Yeah, let's pull that thing up, man. Y'all noticing anything?
Man, Moab.
Come on.
I believe Deacon Ithon said it before. It's like it's something in particular about Moab that just make you dislike them. And I want to say it's that second verse that we read is because we know Esau is made to be like this. Why, out of all these other nations, why y'all want to be like them? And then y'all turn that wrath towards us, like you mentioned with some of the stuff that's going on in China.
Right.
Because we got our brothers and sisters over there. So, you know, we've seen the YouTube videos where they say being black in China, being black in Tokyo, so on and so forth.
It's funny, though, because when you look back ancient, man, they despise that thing because the British went in there and lightened their skin as well. They mingled with them, right? Because we know that Moab came out of the area right there. I mean, it was them and it was the Canaanites and the Ammonites and the Moabites all living together.
Right.
They didn't look like they look now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That happened with Lot.
Right.
But I mean, you know, that's a whole nother thing. But they was dark-skinned people too. Right. So, all right, yeah. So let's read this. Let's what does that say? Contested racial. Yeah.
Contested racial capitals of English teachers in China.
So contested, meaning they were against it. Racial capitals of English teachers in China.
Reassessing whiteness by use value.
By use value.
Go ahead. Abstract. From the 1990s to the 2010, China saw tremendous growth in private companies offering English programs featuring foreign teachers. Education companies branded their foreign teachers as white, depending on how their customers valued having a white teacher as part of the dynamic international education plans. This paper examines dramatic changes in China's educational infrastructure, which have made it possible for Filipino teachers to be recategorized as similarly valued foreign teachers, but primarily in cases found within marginalized Chinese cities. Can we zoom in a little bit? Remember, we got some viewers at home that got to stick with them, brothers. Please, come on, help them out, man. Y'all making it harder on our viewers. Come on. Thank you, BT. We appreciate y'all. All praise the Most High. All right, where we at? Let me see. I identify new questions about the value of whiteness as a racial capital in China's lower tier cities. I argue that racial boundaries between foreign teachers are reflective of different value systems for racial capitals found between China's first tier and lower tier cities.
All right, so let's scroll up a little bit. Where all right, let's go out of this one. I sent another one. I sent another one.
From what it sounded like they have higher tier cities and lower tier cities in the amount of whiteness that city looks like. Similar to how when we go up to Plano, Salina, Prosper, we see less and less of us, and we start seeing Edomites.
Yes. Right.
So China has adopted a similar like colorism type system, and it's infiltrating their educational system as well.
Right. They don't want no Negroes teaching their kids.
Right. What they're saying is if you got that dark skin, you're a lower tier. You're not top tier.
Right. Let's go. I dropped it all the way at the bottom of the page, brothers. It says China COVID-19. Right. All the way at the bottom of the page. Y'all see it?
Come on.
All right, let's pull that up.
Come on.
Come on. And China ain't never beaten them allegations for COVID. I don't care what they say.
Nah. This right here gonna tell it, man. All right, read that.
China, COVID-19 discrimination against Africans.
Against who?
Africans.
So why is it no matter where we go in the world, that discrimination is lined up against us?
Right. But ain't they always in Africa?
Always in Africa.
Why the hell they gonna discriminate Africans, but they in Africa?
Because they over there to
taking
steal
their
land.
resources.
Yep, taking the resources like America. Like America. Same thing. All right. Yep. What does it say below that picture?
An African restaurant is closed off along with other businesses in Guangzhou, Sunyang area, where a neighborhood is in lockdown after several people tested positive for the novel coronavirus disease.
For the novel coronavirus disease.
Mm-hmm. In Guangzhou province, China, April 13th, 2020.
All right. So now let's read.
The Chinese government should end the discriminatory treatment of Africans related to the COVID-19 pandemic.
So who is it that they're saying is discriminating or should end the treatment?
Chinese government.
The Chinese government.
Right.
So if the government don't like us,
right,
how you think the people like us?
Right. Because the government, they're going to be responsible for the media that they put out there.
Right.
And they can control the narrative through all the propaganda.
Right.
And so we're going to get the short end of the stick. Because oftentimes that's how it is.
Yes. Every time.
We are the nation that's not desired.
Right.
So we go to all these different nations, and you wonder why we the ones that get the short end of the stick with discriminatory treatment.
Right.
And you see another thing too. When you read in Luke 23, you read about how Herod and Pilate, they were enemies, but they came together to join forces against Christ.
Yes.
Against the Israelites.
Yes.
And this is the same thing with China right here. They are joining forces with the enemy, with America.
Right.
Because they have the common enemy. The interest is to have discriminatory practices against the children of Israel.
Right.
It's nothing new that we're seeing right here.
Yeah. You see the same thing in what is that? The book of Ezra or Nehemiah? Go to Ezra. Go to Ezra and let's look at who were the men that stopped us from rebuilding. Ezra, or is it Nehemiah? Yes, it's in both of them. It's in both of them, both of those stories. Okay, let me look in First Esdras. Let's try First Esdras. Y'all bear with me, because we're trying to show y'all historically this same thing has been happening. This ain't nothing new.
Come on.
In here. Somebody say something.
While we look for that, let me get Sirach chapter 10, verse 2.
Read it out.
Just to go off what we were saying earlier, how the Chinese government is discriminating against the Africans. What do you think about the people of the Chinese people? Read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Read it out.
As the judge of the people is himself.
As the government is.
So are his officers.
So are the officers, the people under the government. Come on.
And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
The citizens. So all them, if the government is discriminating against the Africans, the citizens are too.
Mm-hmm.
You found out?
No. Say something.
You're looking for that first Esdras.
It's like First Esdras 4.
Yes, sir.
I know it's on the left page.
5 and 71. We ourselves alone.
Come on. Yeah. But I want to go to who it was that was talking to him.
Yes, sir. That was, let me see.
Yeah, who was talking to him?
He said 4 and 6.
Yeah, I thought it was 4, but I didn't see that bad boy.
Come on.
All right, just go to the next article, man. Go to the next setup. So, we reading this. Read the article. And take me off the screen, man.
Zoom in
Read
a
the
little
article.
We at the Chinese. Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to start again from the top. The Chinese government should end the discriminatory treatment of Africans related to the COVID-19 pandemic, Human Rights Watch said today. Authorities should also protect Africans and people of African descent throughout China from discrimination in employment, housing, and other realms. In early April 2020, Chinese authorities in the southern city of Guangzhou, Guangdong province, which has China's largest African community, began a campaign to forcibly test Africans for the coronavirus and order them to self-isolate or to quarantine in designated hotels. Landlords then evicted African residents, forcing many to sleep on the street. And hotels, shops, and restaurants refused African customers. Other foreign groups have generally not been subjected to similar treatment. This, what we read earlier, where Moab wants to be just like Esau.
Yeah.
When we reading this is literally segregation, Jim Crow, so on and so forth. They're just using the COVID-19 to justify why they're doing it. Nobody. Trump is saying y'all are the reason for COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
Now, instead of y'all coming out with the proof and saying, no, this is not us, such and such, y'all can say, oh, the Africans. The blacks. The blacks are, like, because they know, okay, the world will probably believe that.
Right, because when you read right here where it says, what did it say about them taking a test? You just read
yeah,
the same way you read.
Scroll back. Yeah, there we go.
It forced them to take the test.
It did what?
Force. It said it forced them to take the test.
Didn't
Forcibly
Nehemiah talk
test
about
Africans.
that? Didn't they talk about that in Nehemiah? Where it said it forcibly tests Africans for coronavirus and ordered them to self-isolate or to quarantine in designated hotels. This right here is telling us that they have what?
Dominion over our bodies.
So watch what it says in Nehemiah chapter 9.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 9 and verse 37. Come on. And it yielded much increase unto the kings whom thou hast set over us because of our sins. Also, they have dominion over our bodies.
You see that? They have dominion over our bodies because of our sin, because of our negligence to keep God's laws. Now, when our brothers are in China, you got the Moabite man forcibly making us take the coronavirus test. Forcibly putting us into these areas, into these hotels, as they say it right here, and then make us self-isolate.
Right.
Make us quarantine, knowing that we probably ain't got the resources that we need to make sure that we're fed during these times. They don't give a damn, long as that we're not in their face or in their presence or in the same space as them, because they don't give a damn about you. But they have dominion over our bodies. Right? And then it said forcing many to sleep on the streets.
Right.
They don't give a damn about you. But this is the same Moabite people who you brag about, right? You brag to your brothers about you got something foreign. You got the Chinese woman, and she in there cooking cats and dogs for you. You know what I'm saying? And she telling you it's peanut butter chicken.
She make she make
curry chow mein. She make curry chow mein, and meanwhile the neighbor done put up signs for the dog that's missing. The dog done ran away.
She got a mean jerk octopus.
Right.
They made a big jerk octopus for me. She gonna bring that to Thanksgiving, cuz. Dummy.
You see what I'm saying? The dog done ran away, but she feeding you sour cream chicken, something you ain't never had before. You see what I'm saying?
And that's the way that they moving. So the Chinese people do not mess with us. Y'all blacks, look, I know a lot of you brothers got that Wesley Snipes syndrome. Dave Chappelle too.
Yep. Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin. Everybody want to run around with one of these, slant-eyed girls. Man, well, look, we got women in our nation that look like that. God said that we are the most beautiful, the baddest on earth, man, and our women are the baddest on earth.
Come on.
But you brothers go after everything else because of the whoredom that's in you. All right? Let's go to number 6.
Come on.
Let's go to number 6. So when you read about that history with Ezra, it was the same nations of people that came up against them to try to hinder the rebuilding of the temple. Same groups of people doing the same things. All right. So now let's look at the power that China is mustering together to hurt the United States of America. Let that play.
My phone has something so small but so important, but China is starting to restrict some of its export to the U.S. They're called rare earths, and they're in almost all forms of modern technology. I'm at an electronics center in Hong Kong to have this iPhone taken apart. Rare earths are in the microphone. They're in the motor that makes it vibrate. Rare earths are a group of 17 elements, mostly found across the world, but they're costly to extract and process. And they aren't just in phones. They're also in other machines like routers and printers. But what does China have to do with this? Well, according to the IEA, China controls more than 90% of the global refined output of these elements.
All right, pause.
And Beijing...
So go back just a couple of seconds, pull that little chart up. So now understand the mad rush that America is in. Right. China controls more than 90% of the rare elements or the rare minerals that the world needs right now just to function a cell phone, a printer, or anything mechanical. Anything that is technology-based, China holds the technology, the power, and the ownership of most of these items. After that, 5% is Malaysia. China still has power over there. We know the British got some power over there, but China still has their hand in that. Vietnam, and then the rest of the world, meaning the rest of the white people, because that's who they talking about, and the Arabs, only 2%. So everything that makes your cell phone function or your new TV or your electric vehicle function is in the hands of China.
They say you can't get rid of me.
You can't get rid of China.
Come on.
Cannot get rid of China.
But where they get it from?
Right.
They get it from Africa.
Yeah.
That's where they got it from.
Yeah. All right, let it play.
Of the global refined output of these elements. And Beijing appears to have taken advantage of this. On April 4th, the Chinese government placed export restrictions on 7 types of rare earths as part of its retaliation against President Donald Trump's tariffs.
They put their own restrictions on exports. Remember, we read in the 1800s, that's what was happening, and America went in and forced them to begin to export things.
Right.
So that America and the other European nations or the other Edomite nations could live fat off of the back of China's manufacturing abilities. But China wasn't getting rich at first, not until the 70s when the major deals was made. Then China made a come up. So now China owns what America needs and the rest of the world needs just to function on a regular basis. All right, go ahead.
On Chinese goods.
They're weaponizing it in a trade war is what is happening. We're using tariffs. They are using minerals.
Trump has ordered a probe to evaluate the U.S.'s own supply chain, but it will probably take years for the U.S. to catch up with China's rare earth monopoly.
Yeah. It'll take years. China's behind. And America is realizing this now. So now pay attention to why Trump is always attacking the presidents that were before him. Because he believes that he's coming in and the tariffs and stuff that he's doing would have been what was necessary in order to halt China back during his first term.
Right.
But China was already building this, bro.
Right.
They were already putting this together. All right. And America is going to fall and China's going to fall. We're going to go back to that second address in a minute. Let's read some of this. So most of y'all watching don't even know what rare earth elements are. These are the times, these shows like this are the times that we're here so that we can teach you. That's why we're calling it In the Scripts. We want to show you that these things are being said openly, but they work in conjunction with what the Bible is telling us. These are prophecies coming true from the scriptures. Read about these rare earth elements.
Rare earth elements, REEs, are critically important to modern war tactics, acting as the fundamental enabling technology for precision warfare, stealth capabilities, and high-tech electronic systems. They are often described as the cinnamon in the cake, used in small quantities compared to steel or aluminum, but indispensable for creating high-performance weapons. An estimated 78% of U.S. weapon systems depend on rare earth magnets or alloys. In modern warfare, where superiority depends on seeing first, shooting first, and maintaining electronic dominance, a shortage of these materials could directly translate to a tactical disadvantage on the battlefield.
So you see that? So all of this could lead to a it translates directly to a tactical disadvantage on the battlefield. So even though we saw all of that stuff about America's military power, and again, the prophecy says that China will be destroyed. Right. God said, woe to China. Woe to Asia. It's talking to China. But it's going to cause some problems, and these are the things that's going to cause America to be pissed off enough to attack China.
Mm-hmm. So all the stuff that we was reading about earlier where they would say, oh, yeah, we're doing it for the climate, we're doing it for, clean energy, so on and so forth. In the back of their mind, they understand, no, we need to be at a advantage or put our opponents at a disadvantage on the battlefield.
Yes.
This is what all of this stuff is for.
Right.
They don't give a damn about the air quality. Right. They wouldn't be throwing up 5,000 solar turbines every week in the water if they cared about the environment.
Well, no, remember they said that actually helps to
get off of the fossil fuels.
Yes.
But at the same time, I'm saying at the same time is that's some water that was used for something. You just destroyed some kind of biodiversity there was some life that was there.
So Pete, we didn't read all the way through it because I was trying to get into the break. Right. They found a way to put those things in the water and build those farms, and they have multi-use for the areas that they're building into.
My apologies, Moab, man. Y'all got it, man. Y'all got it, man.
That's how far ahead they are.
Y'all smart like that, man. Y'all got it.
They have multiple use. So if we go back and read it, they have multi-purpose the land that they're using.
Damn.
So that the wind, the turbines, and the solar panels that they putting up are not even affecting the environment negatively because they're still able to use the environments for what they need.
Damn. DJ Trump, man, get your stuff together, man. Get your country together, bro.
It's crazy. What you got, officer? All right, let's go to the next one. Actually, go to Isaiah 16:2 because earlier we were looking at America attacking China. They humiliated them, right? They humiliated them. Well, when you read historically, Babylon came against Moab as well. Go to Isaiah chapter 16 and start at verse number 1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 16 and verse 1. Send ye the lamb to the ruler of the land from Selah to the wilderness, unto the mount of the daughter of Zion. For it shall be that as a wandering bird cast out of the nest, so the daughters of Moab shall be at the fords of Arnon.
Shall be at the fords of Arnon. Verse 4.
Let mine outcasts dwell with thee, Moab. Be thou a covert to them from the face of the spoiler.
So what it shows is that you have Israelites that actually live amongst the Moabites. We were scattered amongst the Moab. We were scattered to the four corners of the earth. So in those places that we were in, everybody had to misuse us. And while they're fighting for all of the powers and their hatred for us, God is raising up an army in the midst of them to destroy them. So all of these spirits of narcissism, these spirits of covetousness, these spirits of murder that they have on them, hatred for the children of God, all of this is a witness against the Moabites. What we're watching is them basically building their sins to the heavens with God.
Racing against Esau.
Racing against the devil, making themselves more devilish.
And they trusting in they minerals, and they trusting in they war tactics.
Yes.
They trusting in they technology.
Yep.
They money. This is what their bombs, their weapons. This is what they're trusting in. So then, whenever you hear Israelites, so-called blacks and Hispanics, be talking about, man, I'm gonna get my gun. We're gonna go war with these people.
Right.
Man, didn't you just see that whole sea of what you call them things?
Solar panels.
Solar panels.
Yes. Right. Yeah.
You understand? These people got major. These people got major technology and wealth to be able to war with. We don't have that
at levels we can't even understand.
You understand that we can't even understand. So the Lord told us how to operate. Can I get a script?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Let me get 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. How we supposed to war? Because while they warring with tariffs and minerals, let's see how the black and Hispanic supposed to war.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 4. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
It's not the minerals. It's not the nuclear bombs. It's not the tariffs. That's not how we war. Read.
But mighty through God.
But who?
Mighty through God.
But mighty through God. God is the one that created the minerals.
Right.
You understand? Read.
To the pulling down of strongholds.
You see that? So we are here to pull down the stronghold of our people, because a lot of our people, they trust in America.
Right.
Our people that's over there in China trust in China's military to save them. But at the end, the Lord gonna have the last say so. Read.
Casting down imagination.
We are here to cast down your imagination. The imagination of the white man is God. They Christianity.
Right.
Read.
And every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God.
You see that? Everything that exalted itself against the knowledge of God. That's why they trust in those things that they trust in. That's why that's what they war with. We don't war like that. We war with God.
That's right. All right, what we got on the next one? That's the thing about Winnie the Pooh. We're not even gonna read it. We're not even gonna read it. So we see that all of these things of what these rare, what did they call them again?
Rare earths.
Yeah, rare
REEs.
earths. REEs, right? So it goes into stealth technology and aviation for planes. So remember, America was bragging about how many planes that they have, and China is buying more planes. Well, China's buying more planes so that they can so that they can learn how to construct their own planes.
Right.
And this is my thought. But China is buying planes, but if China is the one that produces the chip that controls the plane, it don't matter how many planes America got if China hits the switch.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And this is what China or America realizes. Remember, during the time of COVID, we couldn't buy new cars because we didn't have the chips. And the chips were coming out of China.
They say there was a shortage going on.
Yes, yes. So, all right, so stealth technology and aviation, go to the next one. Oh, go to the first one. Go back, because that was number 2. Go to number 1. There was one right before it. Yep. What that one say?
Precision-guided missiles and munitions.
So they, with REEs, are responsible for making sure that missiles can be guided the way that they need to be guided. That has to come from China. Read that.
The hallmark of modern Western-style warfare is the ability to strike with high precision from long distances, reducing the need for large-scale ground forces. Guidance systems, neodymium iron-borne, and brother's laughing in the back. That's crazy. Neodymium iron-borne and samarium cobalt magnets are crucial for steering guidance fins in smart bombs and missiles like the Tomahawk. High-temperature operations. Samarium cobalt magnets are particularly vital for their ability to maintain strength in the extreme heat of missile motors.
So you need China to be able to guide your missiles. All right, go to the next one. Stealth technology, we read that. So that goes into the F-35 Lightning I, which is that fighter jet, right? And you see it requires roughly 920 pounds of rare earth minerals.
Damn.
Or materials, all right? Electronics cooling, go to the next one. Electronic warfare and surveillance. Now, who has a system? All the world now has electronic surveillance systems, right?
Right.
Who's the major person that uses an electronic surveillance system for their protection?
Amalek.
The Iron Dome.
The Iron Dome.
Come on.
Boom.
If you don't have the REEs to man the chips and the power and energy that you need, your whole thing get tore to pieces. From the bottom.
So basically what the U.S. and Amalek also, what they depend on for defense links back to China.
Links back to China.
China.
It links
So
back to China.
all they got to do is press a button.
Yeah.
And then Iron Dome ain't a dome no more.
That October 7th, maybe because they was trying to operate off the, how they got the great value version of REEs. Maybe they was using the great value version of REEs. They testing out stuff, but we can't depend on China.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right, go to Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 1. We're going to come back to this. Go to Jeremiah chapter 48 and verse 1.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 48 and verse 1. Against Moab, thus saith the Lord of hosts.
Moab, for those of y'all that don't know, Moab is the ancient name for China. Ammon is the ancient name for Japan. Go ahead.
Against Moab, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel. Woe unto Nebo, for it is spoiled. Kirithaim is confounded and taken. Misgab is confounded and dismayed. There shall be no more praise of Moab.
So Moab is doing all of this right now to get back at what, and I get it. If you come in my house and do to me and humiliate me for 100 years in front of my kids, bro, I'm going to have a problem with you.
Right.
We're going to have some problems, bro. And as soon as I figure I got the upper hand on you, it's going to be some furniture move.
Yep.
Just to be 100. It's going to be some. So I get it. But for all of the things that they've done against us, they are now in a fast track towards their own destruction, thus saith the Lord.
Right.
Go ahead.
There shall be no more praise of Moab. In Heshbon they have devised evil against it. Come, and let us cut it off from being a nation. Also thou shalt be cut down, O madman. The sword shall pursue thee. A voice of crying shall be from Horonaim, spoiling and great destruction. Moab is destroyed. Her little ones have caused a cry to be heard.
So now, we saw Moab. We've seen them be destroyed. We saw America went in. What Europe and the Europeans did to them, they tore them down. It was a third world country. Then they built up. Don't get it confused. They are not the Edomites. You understand? We're reading history of when Nebuchadnezzar came in and tore them apart. But Nebuchadnezzar was king of Babylon. Babylon is America today. Same thing happened to him. Everything is just happening in cycles. But Moab will be destroyed again. Go to verse 7.
For because thou hast trusted in thy works.
Wait, they trusted in they what?
Thy works.
Read.
And in thy treasures. Thou shalt also be taken, and Kamash shall go forth into captivity with his priests and his princes together.
Kamash is their fake god. Kamash is their god. That's their version of Baal Peor. So they are going to be destroyed with their fake gods because of the things that they've done, the works and the treasures that they've stacked. They're going to be destroyed. Keep reading.
And the spoiler shall come upon every city, and no city shall escape. The valley also shall perish, and the plain shall be destroyed. As the Lord hath spoken.
As the Lord hath spoken. It's got to happen. What you got? You said something?
Yes, sir. It was, I had looked it up to see what country holds cobalt. Can we read that?
The Democratic Republic of Congo.
Of who?
Of Congo. Is the world's largest producer of cobalt, accounting for over 75% of global mine output, with Indonesia emerging as the second largest producer due to expanding nickel operations. Other significant cobalt producing countries include Russia.
Who?
Russia.
Who?
Russia.
That's why China and Russia.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Read.
The Philippines, Australia, Cuba, Canada, and Papua New Guinea.
So this is letting you know where you find majority of the cobalt at in these countries.
Yes.
And that's why Russia and China are in cahoots with each other to go against America.
Right.
You understand? They able to produce that chip to be able to stop, to be able to produce the planes, the jets, the phones, and so forth.
Right. And they need all of that. All right. So that's all you had on that?
That's all I got on that.
All right. Let's go back to where we were. Go back to where we were. So number 4.
Naval propulsion in submarines. Quieter operations. Nuclear-powered submarines, like the Virginia class, use rare earth materials to build powerful, quiet electric propulsion motors, essential for stealth and avoiding detection.
So China holds the power to keep them from being able to have quiet submarine. China holds that power. And I'm just looking at it. Go back to Second Esdras.
Come on.
Go back to Second Esdras. Because why would Babylon need to destroy China?
Come on.
Because the prophecy says that after that, after America has hit them, well, let's just read it. Second Esdras, chapter 15. Let's start at verse number 40. Let's start at 48 again.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 48.
Come on.
Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works.
So, China, you followed America, and America is hated in all of her works. Go ahead.
And inventions, therefore saith God, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death.
And that's what's coming. So they're building up looking like a power, but they will not have, it ain't no power after Edom according to the scriptures.
Right.
Edom is the last kingdom. They are that eagle that Daniel was shown, that Esdras ended up being revealed and shown what the animal was. The eagle. So that China will not be the superpower. China is not the eagle. Read.
And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower. When the heat shall arise that is sent over thee.
So that's going into the nuclear missiles when they hit. Jump up to verse number 40.
2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 40. The great and mighty cloud shall be lifted up full of wrath. And the star.
The missile. Go ahead.
That they may make all the earth afraid.
That they make all of the earth afraid. Nuclear bombs. Go ahead.
And them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place and horrible star.
ICBM nuclear missiles over the major cities. Go ahead.
Fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all fields may be full and all rivers with the abundance of great waters.
Read.
And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of the meadows, and their corn.
So that's going into a great war. World War III, a great war. Keep reading.
And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon and make her afraid.
So America is going, in the midst of all of this, America is going to be afraid. They're going to go steadfastly to America, make America afraid. Go ahead.
They shall come to her and besiege her. The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her.
That's going into Revelations chapter 18, looking at verse 9 and 9 through 10, 9 and 11, something like that. So they're going, America is going to be attacked, but America is going to attack China or Moab. And on the way back, America going to get his rump torn off of it. America gonna get his rump torn off of it. Jump down to verse 51.
Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman.
Going back into China.
With stripes, and as one chastises with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee.
So your mighty lovers, meaning those people that they began to trade with. All of the trade moves that you made are not gonna work. God said all of those lovers won't be able to receive you. Why? Because you're going to be so destroyed. You can read about it in Isaiah chapter 16 as well. You're going to be so destroyed that you're not going to be able to do nothing. And everybody going to be like, oh, snap.
They're going to bewail her.
They're going to bewail her. All right? Let's go back. Let's go back to these. So what is the strategic chokehold that that China has right now with America? Why is America shuffling to try to get around China?
The strategic chokehold. The importance of REEs is magnified by the fact that China controls over 70% of production and over 90% of processing capacity for these materials.
So you see that? So even though those other countries are in Africa pulling that stuff out, China is the one that controls 70% of the production and 90% of the processing.
They got a monopoly.
They have a monopoly on it. So what happens with all of that? Let's read.
Weapons production halt. The U.S. has experienced instances where finding Chinese manufactured magnets inside U.S. weapon systems like the F-35 triggered manufacturing shutdowns due to procurement regulations. So somebody hit a button.
Yeah, right.
So what? My car just took off.
Right.
To a tree.
Right. Yes, sir. So these Teslas that you seeing doing this crazy stuff, China done planted some little time bombs inside of them.
Damn.
They planted some little time bombs in them. Go ahead.
Weaponized supply chains. During a conflict, a sudden loss of access to rare earths would severely restrict the ability of the U.S. and its allies to replenish advanced munitions, limiting the duration and effectiveness of a high-intensity war. Damn. Right. China over there like, hey, if y'all trying to get the materials and stuff like that out of Africa, y'all, hey, listen, y'all know y'all got to come through me, right?
Yes. Yes. All right, go ahead. Scroll down.
That remind me of that movie where
come on,
where the family it was like the white couple, that white family
left the world behind.
Yeah, leave the world behind.
Yeah.
So
that's what they remind me.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
It said that, go back to that page. It says that it was the one that we just read. I think it's that one. It says limiting the duration and effectiveness of a high intensity war.
Yes. Right.
So these minerals and these rare earths are so prevalent to the success of a war that if things were to pop off, China is going to hold the upper hand.
Yes.
Because they're essentially going to be able to control the machines that the U.S. and their allies use to war against them.
Yes.
And you know, any war, any general, they're not going to give you the tools necessary to defeat them.
Right.
They're not going to do that.
No.
So it has to be something behind you even having access to these rare earths.
Right. Well, think about this. So China is stepping in and saying, look, if y'all return to that war of the jungle crap with Iran, we got something for you.
Right.
What you think they got?
It's here.
They can hit the button.
Right here, hit the button.
They can turn off. Your missiles won't even hit what you think it's going to hit.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
It'll turn back on you.
Right.
They already done rewired it, you know. It'll turn back on you.
Hey, they done made a cold play in the Cold War, bro. They done made a cold play. They done beat America at their game.
It's so crazy because you see both nations separating themselves or having plan Bs so they don't have to depend on one another in situations of when a war break out.
Yes.
Like with Trump and Venezuela, they were mentioning, because, you know, we all talk about the oil, but they were mentioning as well, they've got some rare earths that might be untapped in they backyard.
Yeah.
So all of Latin America, when Esau know it's time for them to go to war, they don't give a damn who over there. They don't care about no sovereignty. They're like, listen, y'all might got some materials over there that we need for some bombs and stealth. We're going to take it irregardless.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to see both nations pulling apart in preparation.
Yes. All right. Now, real quick, let's go out of this.
Come on.
Let's go to number 8. I know we only got a few minutes. We're going to try to run this down in just a few minutes. Let's go to number 8.
Come on.
So now we see that they're playing at a high level when it comes to the minerals and other things that are things of the future. Yet they have not lost sight of what's going on right now as other power plays. Read that.
China's de-dollarization mission.
So China has a de-dollarization mission. So not only are they messing with the minerals and all of those things that's dealing with anything futuristic,
right?
They like, yeah, but we got to play with this dollar too. Go ahead.
Xi calls for making yuan a global reserve currency.
He said, hey, we need to cut the dollar off, man, and make this currency, make my currency, the currency of my country, the major currency. Now, we're not going to go into this. We're going to jump out. Let's go to video. Let's go to number 10. Let's go to number 10. Because when we saw America go into Venezuela, Venezuela had two things mainly, right? Don't play the videos yet, y'all. What are y'all doing? Venezuela had two things mainly, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had oil, and the second thing that they have, gold, right? Oil and gold. So America said, we hit a lick with the gold over here in Venezuela. Watch China's play, though. Let it play.
Countries have the most gold. The Netherlands is number 10. India is number 9. Japan is 8th. Switzerland is 7th. And China is 6th. Coming in at 5th, Russia with 2,000.
So pause. So China was sitting at 6. Go back. Let's see how many China said at the time of this video when he made it. So that's 2295, roughly 3,000, right? All right, go ahead.
China is 6th. Coming in at 5th, Russia with 2,300 tons of gold. France has 2,400, as does Italy. Germany has 3,300 tons of gold. representing 2/3 of its foreign reserves. But the U.S. is in first, with 8,100 tons in its national stockpile. Or so they say. None of this stuff has been audited.
Or so America says. I don't know if y'all, you from Kentucky. You heard the myth about Fort Knox?
Nah, I ain't heard the myth about Fort Knox.
The gold ain't in there.
The gold ain't in there.
The gold ain't in there. Remember, the gold standard went away back in the early 19th century. Right? Or I mean, the early 20th century.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, go to the next video. Let's see what Trump says. What does DJ Trump say? Flicka, DJ Trump.
The place is dry. Would that be terrible? We're actually going to Fort Knox because I want to see, do we have the gold? Do we still have whatever it is, tons of gold? I hope we do. Wouldn't that be disappointing? Fort Knox. Do you go up here about Fort Knox?
You the president.
Trump said, right. Trump said, we're going to go and look and see what's in Fort. I hope we got gold.
That man said he going off of a hearsay right now.
Yes.
He said possibly Amalek told me gold up in there, but I need to go check really.
Right. So all of this lets you know that bull crap about the deficit and all of that, the money we owe China. How we in a deficit when America had 3 times more gold than anybody by count? How? Let it finish out, and then we go into the next one.
That's the media.
The place is dry. Would that be terrible?
He said, what if that place is dry? Would that be terrible? So this has been talked about for a long time. Go to number 11.
Wouldn't that be terrible? He really just setting the stage.
Yeah, go to number 12. Go to number 12.
We didn't already stole it, but I'm going to just say something.
Go to number 12. Go to number 12. That goal ain't there, bro. And they already know. Now, did America lose it? Nah, they're a superpower. So
The
I don't
United
think
States
they lost it. Number 12. China uncovers.
It seems we have misplaced the gold.
Right. If not, we can pull number 11 if it's ready.
We think it was the Somalians. The Somalians maybe have took the gold. But China, they've got a lot of gold.
We got 12 or 11. Are we trying to close out with this?
Because they know that the dollar isn't backed by that gold. Like I said, that has been changed way early on. They know that gold ain't there no more.
Yeah, no pun intended. It's been changed.
Yeah.
This number 12.
All praise for y'all that's been rocking with us. We appreciate y'all for viewing.
Who we got in the super chats, man?
We had some people in the super chat earlier. Let's see. Make sure y'all scan that QR code as well. We ready?
All right, is this it? All right, let's let it play.
Reporting another massive gold discovery. It's third in less than a year.
Is that the beginning of it? That's the very beginning? Make sure it's at the very beginning, y'all, and the volume is all the way up. Let it play.
China is reporting another massive gold discovery. It's third in less than a year.
So China in the last year has suddenly discovered in their own country 3 major gold reserves. What's the odds?
Come on.
That's why I said earlier, this ain't China, this ain't America. This is God playing chess on earth to make things move the way he chooses. Daniel talks about it. Daniel too, he sets up kingdoms and takes kingdoms down. This is all in the hands of God, and y'all better believe it. Let it play.
It found deep in the Kunlun Mountains near Xinjiang could hold more than 1,000 tons of gold, potentially reshaping global estimates of China's mineral wealth. Well, Chinese government geologists say that they have identified a 1,000-ton scale gold belt in the remote West Kunlun range near China's western border in Xinjiang. The discovery was detailed in a paper that was published this month by researchers with the Kashgar geological team, who say that early surveying data shows the deposit's reserves could exceed 1,000 tons. And this new find comes on the heels of 2 major discoveries, one in Liaoning province and another in Hunan, both also believed to contain gold reserves above the 1,000-ton mark.
All right, pause. We can cut that right there.
Wow.
I want you to go out now because are we even going to be able to do it? The word Kunlun, the term Kunlun slaves, so it says they found gold in Kunlun and Hunan, which is where the COVID started, and in another province. The word Kunlun goes back to ancient China, particularly during the Tang Dynasty, to refer to dark-skinned people from various regions, primarily Southeast Asia, South Asia, and Africa, who were brought to China as enslaved people or servants.
Wow, that's how it goes.
So in the place where they found the gold is the place where we at, named after us, the Black Mountains, bro.
Come on now. Come on now.
It has put them in a financial, a mineral, and a tactical position over America for right now to muster the battle between America and China for China to be destroyed.
Hey, thank you for finding our goal, by the way.
Right.
So,
Hold it.
We're going to need that.
We're going to need that.
We're going to need that, man.
Let us get that up off.
Hey, we got to check out. Go ahead and bring up the thing so we can go out, y'all. Bring up the ad so we can go out, man. All right. Somebody read that.
We are seeking your assistance to enhance our national broadcast. Kindly share a minute to provide feedback by answering the 5 brief questions.
Go ahead.
Subscribe and follow IUIC Dallas, Instagram at IUIC Dallas, Facebook at IUIC Dallas, TikTok at IUIC.Dallas, YouTube at IUIC Dallas. Donate to IUIC.Dallas at IsraelUnite.org. Donate.
And that's if you want to send it directly to Dallas. Also, over here in the corner.
That's right.
Scan. Send funds to help the prophets continue to go to the 4 corners of the earth. Hey, we hate to have to end it because it's a lot more stuff that was supposed to come out. But, Lord willing, life lasts. We'll see you next week. You're tuned in to End the Scripts.
Reload.
That's right.
The prophets moves. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth
The U.S.
spreads.
economy isn't weakening. It's collapsing.
No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried? From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.